Hello and welcome to the Insecure Chef. We're here today with Regina and we're waiting for a thunderstorm. It was a beautiful day today, about 75 degrees here, second or third week in spring here in the northeast. We're in the northeast, I think. All right, with that said, today we're going to be doing, back half a foot, we had some rotisserie chicken, which we had leftovers, and I'm going to make from that the chicken patties using that rotisserie chicken. Since the chicken's usually the longest part, since that's already done, this won't take long at all. This is from a recipe from my friend Natasha, Natasha's Kitchen, and just very slight modifications, and I've cut down the recipe for just a small number of patties, since unfortunately, again, it's usually just me eating them. So, we're going to get started. As always, the quantities are on the channel, so I'm going to be adding some egg, approximately about a half an egg. I'll keep some left over just in case I need a little bit more, and maybe that's a little more, something like that. I'm going to take, again, these are for the quantities that I put on the side. I'm going to take about 1.5 tablespoons of mayo. That's close enough for chemistry. That's a tablespoon, and it's hiding over here. There's half a tablespoon to that. So, and again, what you're doing is you're making the batter, if you will, or the base that's going to hold the chicken together. So, you know, sometimes you may have to tweak the ingredients to get the consistency that you like and that it holds together. So, this seems to work okay for me. So with that, and now I'm going to be adding the flour. That'll be going in. Okay. There's the flour there. I'm going to be putting in some dill. Now, if you have fresh dill, that would be the suggested. Hold on a second. I do my spoon. That would be the suggested way to do it. But I didn't have any fresh dill, so for this quantity, if you had fresh dill, you use about 3/4 of a tablespoon, maybe as much as a tablespoon. But in my case, I'm only going to be using the powdered dill, and with that, I'm going to be using about 3/4 of a teaspoon. So that's going to go in right now. All right, there's about a half, and this is another 1/4. That's going in there. All right, so the dill's in there now. I'm going to give it just a pinch of salt and pepper. All right. Again, suggested here would be to use the lemon
zest.
Zest, there you go. The lemon zest, but of course I didn't have any lemons in the house. So I'm going to give it just a little bit of lemon juice. Again, these quantities would be to taste. If you're not a big fan of lemon, don't even bother using it. But as with any of these kinds of patty things, the lemon always goes very well. So with that, I'm just going to whisk this up. All right, and get it in there, incorporated nicely. You see you're making a, pasty powder, like so. And again, you're going to get a feel for this. If you've ever done anything like this before, you'll be able to tell whether it's too thin or too thick to make the patty. Because we're still going to be adding 2 ingredients. The next ingredient going in right now is going to be the mozzarella cheese. So that's going in there. Okay, that's gone in there. And of course, the chicken. So we'll put dump that in there. And we'll give that a nice stir. Now this is the point where you can make a judgment as to whether you need a little bit more of this or that or the other thing. As you saw in the beginning, I left over some egg. That way, in case I decide I need more egg or if I need more mayo. So I'm looking now, looking a bit dry here, so I'm probably going to be adding a little bit more egg and probably a little bit more mayo. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, it's
right?
dry. Yeah,
it's a little dry, yeah. All right. Nothing too unusual there. All right, don't go too crazy when you add. If you have to make a couple of additions to get it the way you like it, that's fine. So I'm going to go with the mayo right now. Going to give it a little bit more. And the reason why it will vary like that is because it really is, depending on the consistency of the chicken you used and really how it was cut, the sizing. All right, let's try that. Probably do better. Okay. And I'm going to defer to Regina if what she thinks. Remember, babe, I've got to make patties out of this. It's certainly starting to come together. I think it rain started.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I hear it. What do you think, babe? A little bit more?
That's looking better. You want to just dump the egg in there? I don't think
The
it's
rest of
going to
the egg?
hurt. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's not much left.
Yeah, I would just do that.
Okay, rest of the egg is in.
That's it.
And again, it's very easy to fix if you just combination it. You're adding such small additional ratio differences that the taste is not going to vary, and probably taste good no matter how you do it. I think you're right. Everything looks like it's really come together nice.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. What we're going to do now is once I finish giving this a good mix, I'm going to cover it and refrigerate it for 30 minutes. And when that 30 minutes is up, we'll come back. The steps that'll follow on this then will be that we're going to make these into patties with our hands. I may use a ice cream scoop to keep them quantity wise, or I may just use my hands. And then we're going to basically dredge them in Panko flour. And then we're going to do a very light saute of them. And I think we will have a very tasty dinner. So I'm going to take this. Excuse me, chef. I'm going to take this, fold that over, and refrigerate it. And we'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay, we're back. Taking out our chicken mixture. It's been refrigerated for about 30 minutes just to kind of firm it up a little bit. Again, if you make this and they weren't firm enough, next time you make them, you could always add a little bit more flour or whatever. But I've made one so far, okay, and it's looking pretty good. So I'm just doing it by hand. A lot of people will use an ice cream scoop or whatever makes you comfortable. The object is to try to get them about as even as possible. That way, when we go and do the saute, they'll cook at about the same time. So let's get that, pat that down just a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to get them off that plate. And here comes another one. Again, this is not a science, so I may wind up with 3.5 or whatever. Again, depending on your own personality, if it's real critical for you, then by all means use some kind of a scooper that guarantees you the same size. I'm not that obsessed with that, so I'm going to do that. And whatever I got left here, might be able to make a
small baby one.
A little baby one. Okay? May not even be worth it, but again, you get the idea. Yeah, this guy probably be good for the dog. But we're going to do that there. All right, let me just rinse my hands quick. Now I'm going to have to pick them up again. Okay, and I'm going to basically roll them, or roll them's not the right word, dip them, call them what you will, into the panko. Okay, like so. All right. Give it a little bit of a press. Flip them over. Like so. And again, you want to try to get a good covering of the panko. So, by all means, pick it up, roll it in there, press it down a little bit. The panko is kind of sharp in its design, in its cut, so that's handy. Kind of press them in there. Another flip if you like. Again, trying to keep the shape. Not all that difficult. Alrighty. So again, my plan was originally to get 4. I probably made them a little bit too big, but you're still going to eat the same quantity. So I kind of got 3 1/4. So I'm just going to cook these 3. Alrighty. We're going to move over here now to the stove. And you can see my dog. You can say hello.
Oh no, he's hiding somewhere.
He's hiding somewhere. Alrighty. Alright, I've got about a tablespoon here of frying olive oil at about medium heat. And I'm going to take over the panko now. And I'm going to try to carefully get them here into the oil. I'm going to raise that temperature just a bit.
Yeah.
Let's get that going there. Just get them together. Then like that. Move them around. Okay. Gonna give this pan just a little bit. And again, use your own judgment on the oil, but you don't need much. You don't need much. You're not deep frying these. You're really only sauteing them. So, we'll let that cook a little bit. And if you see me make an adjustment with oil, again, it's because I'm looking in to see how much is getting absorbed. This is the oil I use, just regular frying olive oil. And it's not even a brand name.
Stop and Shop.
We went cheap to Stop and Shop. All right. So let these fry up a little bit. And we'll be back when we're ready to flip them and continue. Okay, we're ready to flip. There we go.
That looks nice and golden brown. Yeah.
We'll go there. There we go there. So we're going to let that brown over, and we'll come back when these are done. Okay, we're back. They are now nice and done. Going to be taking those out. Come on. Oops. Alrighty. And there they are. There we go. All right. So we're going to bring them over here to the tasting station. Just going to let that cool just
Yes,
a tad.
I think they're hot. They look good.
Like I say, I think everybody just takes a break with the camera until it cools. I'm the only maniac who eats it hot.
You're the only crazy one that actually eats it hot.
All right. Smell good.
Yeah, well, Eli's back. He's checking out the...
I'm
He's looking for...
I'm cutting into them now. Yeah, the dog, of course, smelled that.
He does.
There you go. You can see the center of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. They look beautiful.
They look good.
Wow.
Right? So I'm going to give them a taste. Get on there. Here we go. Excellent crunch. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice pulliness from the cheese. It's almost got the consistency of mozzarella sticks.
Oh.
However, it's chicken flavor. Yep.
Good?
Very happy with them.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I know Eli.
One more. So, as I talk with my mouth full, from the Instagram chef and his wonderful wife, Regina,
Have a great night.
thank you for watching. Please ask your friends to subscribe, join us, hit the little bell so you know I'm putting something else online. Help us out. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.